I actually still go to church. I'm actually the
Really?
only, and it's funny, I go to this church because my client does the musical,
Okay.
does the music. It's an evangelical church.
Oh,
So you
yes.
sing and stuff.
Oh, wow.
And I go to support her.
Yeah.
I'm the only, not only I'm the only trans person, I'm the only gay person in this
Yes.
church.
Yeah, of course.
And once again, creepy old guys are hitting on me there.
Yes, I bet.
But I don't, and I don't believe in, it's just too much science to back.
Yeah.
And I know you're Christian,
Yes.
but it's just
I
too
like
much
Christ.
science to back that this guy
Mm-hmm.
was writing Harry Potter movies or Harry Potter books, and they all became like these Bibles. Because basically it is. It's a Harry Potter Bible or book. It's basically about this fantasy and these people converting, and it's basically what's going on. This guy just happened. Well, not this guy, but his apostles happened to be great writers.
Sure. Well, that's kind of what I believe. Do you ever hear people talk about like historical Christ?
No.
It is like nerds. Well, so the way I grew up, my parents grew up Catholic, but they weren't so into it because they like went to the Catholic schools and hated it.
Wow.
But their aunts and uncles were like priests and nuns.
Yeah,
and
you're
so
Irish.
yeah, so I grew up around a lot of people who were like theologians, like PhDs.
Oh,
and
wow.
so to me, I was kind of shocked to learn that a lot of people grow up with like a very strict religion, and you can do this and you can't do this. Like I was taught more like that you could have interesting debates about like, does God exist or not? Does hell exist or not? And
I wish it was in your neighborhood, because in my
Yeah,
neighborhood,
I know.
it literally is a fascist.
Yeah.
It's a fascist environment. You got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. And I think that would have helped me tremendously
Yeah.
come out. You couldn't come out. See, you guys are 30, but back then there was no trans people. And if they
Right.
were, it was really hard. I'll meet some OGs
Mm-hmm.
who are in their 70s
Mm-hmm.
and came out back then. I'm like, how did you do it? They go,
God
went to
bless.
Mexico.
Wow.
And,
Mm-hmm.
so I wish I had that kind of environment. I didn't
Yeah.
have that kind. I had a strict.
So yeah, I have come to believe that like historical Christ, I think Christ was a real person, and I think that because there's people in the modern age that have similar stories. Like I think he was like a Malcolm X or an MLK type figure, and that yes, a bunch of people wrote books about it while he was alive, and people wrote it in centuries after, and that whole compilation is the Bible, and it's been translated a zillion times over. So I feel like the Bible's kind of junk for the most part.
Yeah.
I mostly pay attention to the stories about Christ's life because I feel like those are more applicable to your own life, of like, how should I act, and if someone's getting picked on, how should I act, if that type of stuff.
That's very interesting how
Yeah, check it out.
applicable it is to what.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, WWJD, honey. It's a pretty good slogan because he was a good guy, you know.
That guy, I'm the same way. I'm like, yeah, that what you just said made a lot of sense to me. I'm like, yeah. I mean, it made a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of. I just never, I believe there's a God. I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not as arrogant to believe that we're the only ones in this billion star galaxy.
Yeah, same.
But I believe it's a spiritual yin and yang that comes to the universe, that helps us become what we are, and helps develop this world. But right now it's more yang than yin.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been. I've never been, since my 52 years here, I've never been once around when there was no war in America.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm 63, so 55 years of that, there's always been a war in America. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I hope for you guys' sake that maybe that stops.
We'll
really do.
see.
Yeah.
I keep saying, well, we're almost out of time, but I mean, I think when Citizens United passed, and then they could start flooding politics with money, and weapons manufacturers, and then it just makes us go to war more when that happens. And I think now we're seeing a reaction where the public is so fucking pissed that our elections are bought, that I think there's going to be a huge, and it's already happening, this huge like anti-war, why the fuck are our taxes going to war, why are we making you rich, going to war, from the left and the right. And we'll see. Hopefully we can be more isolationist in that regard.
From your mouth to God's ears, if he's still around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all based on gold.